Let's talk about the 10 steps you have to take in order to create a killer social media strategy and grow your business. Number 1, choose appropriate and reasonable social media marketing goals. One of the most serious problems dealt with by many companies participating in social media is that they haven't devoted any time to establish appropriate and reasonable social media marketing objectives. They know they have to be on a social media platform, but have no clue why they are there. Naturally, your social media and marketing objectives need to match your business planning overall. Preferably, you will have specific and calculated objectives for how you would like your company to improve. Your social media marketing objectives should go well with these overarching company goals. Appropriate social media goals your company could have. Your end goals will be individualized to your business and enhance your overarching business intentions. Having said that, common sorts of social media goals you could take into consideration are boosting brand awareness, attaining a specified increased amount of sales, enhancing your ROI, motivating people to grow in-store sales, and expand your fan base. Before we move on to number 2, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and click the bell, because it really does help out the channel and I appreciate it. Also, stay until the very end where I'll share tips on how to promote your social media profiles and get your initial following. Number 2, figure out your most important metrics. Way too many companies develop a social presence and invest time and various other resources on utilizing their social accounts when they don't even determine if they're having any success or not. Social analytics are not the exact same for every single company. Once more, your most appropriate social metrics will pertain to the targets you have established for yourself. Don't be trapped by easy-to-measure self-importance metrics like the amount of followers a person has. Buying Instagram followers isn't a good idea. The presence of phony followers on any kind of social network indicates that follower amounts have minimal value as a statistic. Preferably, you should take a look at the promotion and marketing targets you set earlier and figure out which statistics will help you determine if you are achieving that goal. For instance, if you have an objective that intends to boost your brand awareness, perhaps then post reach is an appropriate statistic. It will inform you how far out your material is dispersing throughout social channels. If your targets revolve more around sales, or you would like to encourage individuals to take a certain action, then you should pay attention to the amount of clicks. Monitoring clicks per campaign will offer you a great sign of what motivates people to buy and/or do what you request of them. You will probably be most interested in the engagements on your posts. This demonstrates how individuals engage with your material and if it resonates with them. Number 3, determine who you would like as your social media target audience. One of the most frequent errors made by companies on social media sites is to believe that all followers will benefit them. There's a good reason that experts play down the follower numbers metric and refer to them as vanity metrics. There is no point getting someone as a follower except if he or she is likely to have an interest in the material you provide. This is perhaps the most significant trouble with purchasing artificial followers. Fake followers don't interact with your account. Many aren't actually people whatsoever, only bots. They absolutely won't make potential customers. These individuals, whether they are genuine or phony accounts, will not shell out any cash on your products or services. They will not recommend other people to your business. They are of zero value to you. Remember those end goals you established in step 1? There's no point in getting social media followers who can't assist you in working toward the direction of meeting your goals. In many scenarios, you need your social media followers to be similar to your desired customers. For instance, if you offer stair lifts to individuals having a hard time moving in their houses, there is no point attempting to draw in a young social media target audience consisting of people who either rent or live with their parents. Similarly, if you offer cosmetics and other beauty solutions, there is no point in getting sports fans to be your followers. This is especially important if you offer products or services to a geographically specific market. In this instance, you will not need to have lots of followers from locations and regions where individuals cannot purchase your items. Number 4, know your social media target audience. Not every social media audience is identical. Various kinds of people use social media in differing ways. If you're planning on accomplishing your objectives, you really need to be utilizing these same social media platforms as your target market. Likewise, if you plan to participate in influencer marketing, you want to make sure that you interact with influencers whose target audience matches up with your target audience. You may be a 45-year-old executive who makes use of Facebook. Nevertheless, if you specifically don't match the target audience of your company, you can't immediately assume that your customers will also be devoting their time on Facebook. Yes, there were 2.27 billion regular monthly Facebook users in Q3 of 2018. But nevertheless, if your company's focus is on a younger market, you are much more likely to connect with them on Snapchat or Instagram. On the other hand, if your company focuses on individuals aged 25 to 34, well, you may just be in luck because they make up 29.7% of Facebook users and are the most popular age group. Take a look at your social media promotion and marketing objectives you've made previously. Which social media platforms will most effectively help you to meet those goals? Number 5, choose the appropriate social media platforms for your target audience. Many people stress over how they're going to get the energy and time to run profiles on every single social platform. In many cases, you don't have to. You only have to identify the ideal social platforms for your company. You need to find out the social platforms where your designated target audience devotes their time. You might need to perform some research initially to find out exactly where your desired target audience congregates. This really should not be too challenging, especially if you recognize who your customers are. You can survey your ideal customers and ask for their favored social platforms. Number 6, examine how your competition uses social media. You will typically have competing companies who will also manage a social media campaign. You will absolutely want to find out what they're doing. What is their goal? Whom are they aiming at? You can right away perform a competitor evaluation to allow yourself to better know their advantages and disadvantages. This should provide you a better awareness of what future customers anticipate from companies in your market. You may find your competitors' poor social areas and manage to use this to your advantage. For example, one of your rivals may be prominent on Twitter, but they have a poor Facebook presence, even though your target audience makes use of that platform. In that instance, it may be worthwhile for you to put additional resources into Facebook instead of contending directly on Twitter. Number 7, create a reasonable social media budget plan. Let's be practical. You can't anticipate success on social media if you just put it in along with your huge list of existing responsibilities that you already have to perform for your business. Having said that, you shouldn't invest more money on your social media tasks than you can reasonably earn in improved profits, or at the very least in company awareness if that's more your goal. Like any type of promotion and marketing, you should determine your return on investment, or ROI, from your social media expense, keeping in mind the objectives and goals you made previously in your strategy. Web Strategies has done some standard estimations for an average company and found that the majority of businesses invest about 5% to 15% of their yearly income on promotion and marketing. Of that amount, most invest 35% to 45% on digital marketing endeavors. Furthermore, most businesses invest 15 to 25% of their digital marketing budget on social media promotion and marketing efforts. Number 8, Planning the kind of material you want to produce. Naturally, to become prosperous on any social media platform, you will need top-notch material to offer. One of the most significant errors that companies make is to share too much promotional content. Always remember, social media networks are created to be social. They are not supposed to be a marketplace so you can sell your products or services. For that reason, you need to adjust the material you share socially to be a combination of entertaining and educational items, with a little portion of promotional content included. You will additionally need to share and like other individuals' content. This is perhaps the absolute most important reason why most influencers acquire their reputation. They understand their target audience well and develop the ideal material to please their followers. As a brand, you must do the exact same. If you have formally figured out your goals and identified what is working and what isn't working for your competitors, you ought to have a sensible idea of the style of material that will please your target market. Number 9, produce appropriate material for your followers. There are 4 questions to ask yourself when developing material. 1. What is the ideal character count for each social media network? 2. What is the proper number of hashtags for descriptions on each social platform? 3. Should I be making use of emojis in my social media descriptions? 4. What is the most effective content style for each channel? Don't forget the value of pictures and videos. Visual material is 40 times more likely to be shared than other kinds of material. Instagram has quickly increased in significance over the last several years, and it has a major visual emphasis. Top companies on Instagram report a per-follower engagement rate of 4.21%. That number is 120 times higher than on Twitter and 58 times higher compared to Facebook. Every year, online video content seems to rise in popularity too. According to YouTube, mobile video usage increased by 100% yearly. 64% of consumers claim they're more likely to purchase a product on the internet after viewing a video about it. Before I show you how to promote your social media profiles and get your initial following, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and click the bell, because it really does help out the channel and I appreciate it. Also, type the word yes down in the comments below if you're ready to start a social media marketing strategy today. Number 10, promote your social channels. Even though excellent material will inevitably promote your social channels all by itself, you still need to get your initial following. First, people have to discover your channel before they can choose to follow you. You should put links for all your social profiles at numerous locations on your website. For email lists, you can include a reference and links to your social channels in the emails and newsletters you send out. Naturally, you can also advertise your social channels offline. Feature them in your store signs and traditional ads. Many companies cross-promote their social platforms. For instance, you can use Twitter and make tweets promoting your Facebook page. You may find that many YouTube channels have the channel owner's other social profiles on the home page. You can also run advertisements on your social channels to build brand awareness and boost your social following. If you want to learn how to create an influencer marketing campaign to explode your business growth, click the video on the screen. Here I'll share with you everything you need to know to get an influencer in your industry to help you promote your business. It's a game changer.